have sex when he wants me to, just when he does. You know, I want to be able to have sex with him. I don't say I didn't want to.
But not when you don't want
Right.
to. All right, let's hear what Donald has to say. Donald, come on up. Donald, you've been listening backstage.
Yes.
My producer said you're the greatest rationalizer in the world, that whenever they asked you a point, you always had an answer. Can you explain just one little thing for me first?
Sure.
Why can't you wash yourself in the shower?
Oh, I can. It's just, she likes taking showers with me every now and then, and
She doesn't like taking showers with you. Why can't you wash yourself?
well, I can. My arms aren't broken or anything. It's just
What?
that I
He
like her
says
to
he
wash my
enjoys
back and
it.
stuff, and I enjoy it.
You like her to wash your back and you
Yeah.
enjoy it, but she doesn't enjoy it. Why ask somebody to wash you when they don't want to?
Well, there's a lot of things that you don't want to do, but it's just something that you got to do, I guess.
You told our producer you think every husband should control his wife the way you control Heather. Do you think every husband should control his... Do you think my husband ought to control me the way
Sure.
you think so?
For Heather, one question. How can you stay with this caveman?
Donald, do you want to change at all? Do you have any?
No, I'm not going to change. I mean, I can dress myself and shower by myself. That ain't no problem, you know. She likes to take showers with me and dress
Heather,
me.
you need to go. Get out of there.
I'll go. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Heather, as far as I'm concerned, your willingness to put up with what Donald is throwing at you is your own problem. It's not whatever he's doing, because he's going to continue this way as long as you allow it to happen. The issue here that you should do is realize that he's screwing you in more than one way. And the only thing that you can hope that he may change is from Kimby's or the little diapers that he's wearing now into Depends 40 years from now. But that's the only change you're going to get out of him.
Donald, Heather told us that people think that you are holding her hostage. Well, let's hear from Paul and find out what about those new pictures.
What's going on?
Paul,
Yes.
first of all, what in heaven's name would possess you to take those pictures?
Fun.
Why?
Something to do.
What do you mean something? What do you mean something to do? I don't understand.
Well, my brother's in jail and he needed some entertainment, so I took pictures of him. What's wrong with that?
Do you guys have a camera? I'll take his clothes off and you can take pictures of him.
No, wait. Do you not understand what's wrong with that?
No, I don't. I think it's perfectly fine.
You think it's fine?
Yeah.
Why would you think that nude pictures of your wife to someone in jail is fine? Why would that be fine? Tell me why it's fine.
It's for my brother to, have something to look at and
Why should
admire.
your brother look at your wife? Why should your brother look at your wife? Yeah. Why don't you just go buy him a girly magazine or something?
Well, it was fun for me, and, that's the way it is. I asked her to do it, I told her to do it, and she did it.
But why is it fun for you? Help us to understand.
Oh,
We're really trying to understand.
It gets me going a little bit, and I love it. I love it.
Okay, Paul, let me read some of the things you've told our producer. Quote, I am the boss of Teresa. Marriage is not about equal partnership. I am in charge.
That's right, I'm the man.
Where'd you get... Somebody on our staff, Melissa, said, does she have a key to the house? And that he ran out and got her a key to the house. But it shouldn't have to be us. Let's find out what the great protector has to say. Fred, come on out. Fred, I'm told that your hobby is Xeroxing your marriage certificate and passing it around to people to prove you've got ownership. What is that kind of hobby about? Why do you do this?
Because I have the papers that I own her.
Where?
It's just like when I buy a car. I get a title with it, I own that car. I own her.
What? Where did it say on your marriage certificate you own her? I have a marriage certificate. It doesn't say anything like that. What state does it gives out that kind of marriage? What state are you from?
Confusion.
This is getting harder, guys. What state are you from?
Originally New York.
You just picked one of the 3 states whose marriage licenses I'm familiar with. Not that I have one from each, but it doesn't say anything about ownership.
My marriage license from Florida.
I don't think the Florida marriage license does that. Fred, you also told our producers, and I quote, my word is law. What does that mean?
Whatever I say goes.
Where is the author of the book Love Lessons? This is a guide to transforming your relationships. Yes, of course. Please give it a nice... Brenda, why do the women stay with the men who treat them?
There are 2 questions, Sally. Only one of the questions that I want to ask is why do the women stay? I think I understand why the women stay. The other question I want to ask is it's important to me to understand where Paul
Oh, by the
Donald
way,
and Fred
Heather
are coming
is...
from.
Heather had something wrong with her microphone, so we sent her back to get it fixed. She'll be back here, and she can hear. Go ahead.
Great.
Sorry.
But why it's so important for you to have this kind of control over your wives, I'm not sure that you men understand why the audience is so upset with you, why they're booing and saying the things you say. And I just need to say that I was sitting backstage listening, and I was watching you 3 ladies, Heather's missing right now, and you do look very depressed. And I want you to know that there is a high correlation, it's almost 100%, between isolation and depression. And you are completely cut off from the healthy things that keep a person going in life. One person...
Are these men or overgrown boys? My heart really goes out to Shannon. It took a national TV audience for her to stand up to our piece of husband and put him in his place.
Dear Sally, I would love the chance to sit down with these men, I mean mice, and ask them what in the hell is wrong with them. If this was my son, I'd regret the day I ever gave birth to him. If I ever got the chance to confront them, I'd bring my traps and then I'd dispose of them like they deserve.
After that show, Shannon came back on another show and told us she was trying to build a new life without Joe, but Joe tried to convince Shannon to save the marriage. Take a look at this.
I hope, honey, that we can just let the past be behind us, and I want you to know that I've changed, and I think I've proven that to you over the last couple months. And I just want you to know that I will do anything to make things better, and I will wait as long as it takes for you to decide on what you want.
So that was in May. Now, what has happened? Well, we called Shannon yesterday because she's in the position that the three women are in today. And she told us she and Joe are back together. He's disappearing behind the set. You came flying out like
and fluffing. But you know, I
You're
have
like
to tell you
Peter
something.
Pan.
The woman I worked on, this beautiful little woman, was angry when because we were watching the monitor.
Why did she get angry?
Well, he was a little braver without her. He was saying things that she couldn't defend. This thing about going to a mall. The only time she ever went to a mall was to return gifts, and she got the hell beat out of her because of it. So she has a lot of things that you know, I mean, there are two sides to every story. I'm just telling you what I heard.
He's just telling you what happened
and
in the chair.
She was
what
very
she said.
angry that she wasn't out here to defend herself. She's a beautiful woman. She's a very bright woman. Regardless of how many...
She's only 18.
Well, regardless of how many years she went to school...
What'd you do to her? Well, wait. Let's see what she looked like. Okay, stand right here. Don't go flying around the audience here. You remember, this is what Heather looked like. And when she came here, and let's see Heather now. Heather, come